You have 3 hours left. That's it. 3 hours before something shifts in your life, before the person who has been quietly falling in love with you decides whether to walk away or finally step closer. And I want you to sit with that for a second, because this isn't just about love. It's about timing, energy, and courage. The truth is, most people lose the best things in their lives not because they are undeserving, but because they wait too long to do something about it. They wait for a sign, for the perfect moment, for the fear to fade. But life doesn't wait. It moves. And the people who win in love, in dreams, in destiny, they move with it. So let's talk about this moment. Right now, there's someone thinking about you, someone who sees something in you that you don't even see in yourself. Maybe they've watched you struggle, grow, stumble, and rise again. Maybe they've seen your light when you couldn't see it, and they've fallen, not for the perfect version of you, but for the real you, the messy, honest, trying your best version. But here's the kicker. They're unsure. They're questioning if you're ready, if you care, if you even notice them. And in 3 hours, they might make a decision that changes everything. You see, love isn't always this slow, safe thing we imagine. Sometimes it's a window, a tiny opening where two souls align, and if you don't step through it, it closes. And that's true for love, for opportunities, for everything that matters. How many times have you felt something deeply but said nothing? How many chances have you let slip because fear whispered, "What if I'm wrong?" Mel Robbins always says, you're never going to feel ready. You act first, confidence follows. That applies to life, to business, and yes, to love. So here's the deal. If your heart has been nudging you lately, if there's someone you think about when you wake up, someone whose name lights something inside you, don't ignore it. That's not coincidence. That's clarity. The universe doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. And when it does, it's your job to listen. Maybe this person has been waiting for a sign from you. Maybe they've been wondering if they should give up, but what if they're the one? What if this is the moment that changes everything, and all it takes is one message, one call, one act of courage? The biggest tragedy isn't rejection, it's regret. It's looking back and realizing that fear made your decisions for you. Don't let that happen again. You've spent too much of your life hesitating, overthinking, talking yourself out of joy because you were scared of what could go wrong. But what if, just this once, you let your heart lead? What if you gave love, hope, and connection a chance to surprise you? You might be thinking, what if it doesn't work out? But here's the truth. Even if it doesn't, you'll walk away free. You'll walk away knowing you showed up. You were brave. You gave something your whole heart, and that's how you build confidence. It's not by waiting until you're fearless. It's by acting even though you're scared. The person who fell in love with you isn't looking for someone flawless. They're looking for someone real. And you are that person. You've been through storms and you're still standing. You've been hurt, but you haven't closed your heart. That's strength, that's beauty, that's magnetic, and that's why someone sees you right now and feels something they can't explain. But remember this. Love can't grow where silence lives. You have to speak. You have to move. You have to choose connection over comfort. You have 3 hours left. Don't waste it waiting for clarity. Create it. Pick up your phone. Send that message. Say what you've been holding back. Whether it's, I miss you, I'm sorry, or I feel something, say it. Don't let fear be louder than your truth. Because here's the secret. The universe rewards action. Every time you choose courage, doors open. And if this person is meant for you, your courage will call them closer. If not, it will make space for something better. Either way, you win. So before this window closes, do something. Move toward what your heart is whispering, because 3 hours from now, everything could look different. And you don't want to look back wishing you'd been brave enough to say what was real. Life favors the bold, and right now, bold looks like you, choosing love over fear, truth over silence, and action over waiting. You need to hear this. The person who's falling in love with you right now isn't drawn to your perfection. They're drawn to your energy, your light, the way you show up in a world that's tried to dim you. And I want you to take that in for a second, because most of us spend so much time trying to become enough that we forget we already are. The truth is, they didn't fall for the flawless version of you that you think you have to become. They fell for the real you, the one who's been through storms and still chooses to hope, the one who's learning, healing, growing. That's magnetic. That's power. I know you've had moments where you questioned if you're worthy of being loved the way you love, maybe you've been the one who gave too much, the one who stayed too long, the one who got used to being the strong one, even when you were breaking inside. And maybe now, when love starts to knock again, you flinch, you question, you wonder, why me? You think, what if I'm not ready? What if they see my flaws and change their mind? But here's what I want you to understand. The right person doesn't fall for the version of you that hides behind filters, achievements, or pretending you've got it all figured out. They fall for your authenticity, for the quiet strength behind your smile, for the way you make people feel safe to be themselves. They see your scars not as damage, but as proof that you've lived, that you've loved, that you've survived. And that means the work right now isn't about getting someone else to love you. It's about remembering who you are, so that when love shows up, you can recognize it. Because love can't land in a heart that doesn't feel worthy of it. You've got to stop waiting for someone else to prove your value. You have to believe it first. You've spent years trying to earn what you already have inside you, value. And I'm telling you, your worth was never up for debate. Not when they left. Not when you failed. Not when things fell apart. You were still worthy. You still are. The mistake we make is thinking love is something we chase. But the truth is, the moment you start showing up as your real self, unapologetic, honest, alive, love starts chasing you. Think about it, the person who's about to step toward you. They're not drawn to your curated self. They're drawn to your energy, the way you laugh from your soul, the way you care without needing credit, the way you keep going when things get hard. They see that fire in you. And maybe they're scared too. Maybe they're hesitating because they don't know if you see your own light yet. But when you do, everything changes, because when you know your worth, you stop begging for love and start attracting it. I want you to remember this. You don't have to be perfect to deserve connection. You just have to be present. You don't need to fix yourself before you can be loved. You just need to stop pretending you're broken. You're not broken. There's a difference. You're growing through what you've been through. And the right person won't be intimidated by your growth. They'll be inspired by it. So the question is, are you ready to see yourself the way they see you? Because that's the only thing standing in the way, not fate, not timing. Your belief. When you stop questioning your value, love becomes effortless, because real love doesn't have to chase validation. It meets you where you already are, confident, grounded, whole. If there's someone right now who's been falling for you, understand this. Their attraction isn't about appearance or perfection. It's about alignment. They're drawn to your frequency. They're sensing your energy shift, and it's pulling them closer. But if you're still stuck in self-doubt, that energy sends a different signal. It says, I'm not ready. And they feel that, so this is your wake-up call. You are ready. You are enough. You don't need more time, more proof, or more validation. You need to start believing that the version of you today, not someday, is already worthy of the love, the opportunity, and the life that's trying to find you. You've got 3 hours, maybe less. Don't waste it doubting your reflection. Stand up, look yourself in the mirror and say, I am not hard to love. I am worth showing up for. Because once you truly believe that, the person who fell in love with you won't have to wonder anymore. They'll know, they'll feel it, and that's when everything changes. You're standing at the edge of something big. You can feel it. That pull inside your chest, that whisper that says, do something. But what do? You hesitate, you analyze, you wait for the right time, the right words, the right sign. And while you're waiting, life is moving. Moments are passing. The opportunity you're praying for is right in front of you, but hesitation is stealing it from you. You've got 3 hours left. Maybe not literally, but emotionally. A window is open right now, and if you don't move, it's going to close. The person who's thinking about you, they're waiting for a sign for your courage, the door that could change your life. It's unlocked, but you've got to push it open. And the only thing between you and everything you've been asking for is one thing: action. We all have this voice in our head that tries to protect us from failure. It says, wait, think about it. What if you get rejected? What if it doesn't work? But that voice, it's lying to you. It's not protecting you. It's limiting you. Because here's the truth Mel Robbins teaches again and again. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll wait forever. Action doesn't come after confidence. Confidence comes after action. Think about the last time you missed something. a chance, a connection, a dream. You probably didn't lose it because you weren't capable. You lost it because you hesitated. You told yourself you'd do it tomorrow, and tomorrow never came. Fear isn't the problem. It's the pause that kills you. That small moment between feeling an instinct and acting on it. That's where dreams die. You've got to start catching yourself in that pause. You've got to stop letting hesitation be your habit, because every time you stop yourself, you're training your brain to doubt your own power. But every time you move, even if you're scared, you're building courage. You're wiring yourself for success. Right now, your gut is telling you something. Maybe it's to call someone, to tell them what you feel, to take the chance, to start the thing you keep putting off. Whatever it is, listen, because you're not waiting for the right time. You're wasting time. The clock is ticking, and opportunity doesn't wait for your confidence to catch up. I get it. You're scared. You're afraid of rejection, failure, embarrassment. But here's the thing. Those feelings don't mean stop. They mean go. Fear shows up in the presence of something that matters. The fact that you're scared is proof that this moment is important. It means your heart is in it. And that's exactly why you need to act now. You don't have to know how it'll turn out. You just have to take the first step. Send the message. Say the words. Apply. Show up. Because action changes everything. The second you do something, anything, the energy shifts, life responds, and suddenly the universe starts moving in your favor. You want love? Speak your heart. You want freedom? Make the decision. You want change? Stop thinking and start moving. The longer you wait, the heavier it gets. Overthinking is like quicksand. The more you struggle in your head, the deeper you sink. The only way out is forward motion. You've got to start living like the door could close any second, because it can, the person you've been to. Afraid to reach out to? They won't wait forever. The opportunity you're scared to grab, it won't stay open. And if you don't act, you'll spend the rest of your life wondering what if. That's the worst pain of all, regret. But imagine this instead. You take the leap, you speak your truth, you act even though your hands are shaking and everything shifts. Maybe it's not perfect, but it's real. You feel alive again. That's what action does. It wakes you up, it pulls you out of your head, and puts you back into your life. So here's what I want you to do right now. Count down, 5 to 4, 3 to 2, -1. Move. Whatever your heart is telling you to do, just do it. Don't let fear talk you out of your own potential. You don't need to wait for courage. You create it. You've got 3 hours left. 3 hours to choose movement over overthinking, courage over comfort, action over hesitation. This is your shot. Life doesn't reward those who wait. It rewards those who move. So stop analyzing, stop doubting, stop waiting for perfect. The time is now. The door is open. The moment is here. Go take it before it's gone. Because this time, hesitation isn't an option.